Yes, Bhagyashri, tell me about yourself.
Good morning, sir. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Bhagyashri Mahajan. I am from Nasik. I belong to joint family. I have completed my masters in computer science from KTHM College Nashik. I have also completed software testing course from Sabedor Software, India, Nashik. Coming to my strength, I am hardworking and self-motivating person. My short-term goal is to get job in reputed company, and long-term goal is to achieve good position where I can build my career. My hobbies are reading. That's all.
So you have done your software testing, right?
Yes.
So what is software testing?
Software testing, it is a process to find defect in software, to test the software. It is a process of verification and validation.
Okay. So what is defect?
Defect is a mismatch between application and its specification. The variation between actual result and expected result is a defect.
So what is validation actually?
Validation is a static analysis technique. In this technique, testing is done by without executing the code. For example, reviews.
Okay. Code review, test cases review, you're talking about. Okay. So what is dynamic testing?
Dynamic testing, it is a verification testing, verification process. In this technique, testing is done with executing the code. For example, it includes functional and non-functional testing techniques.
Okay. So have you heard about system testing? What is system testing?
Yes. System testing, it is a type of testing. We have to test functionality and non-functionality to check the system. In functional testing, we have to test functionality, that is behavior of the system. And non-functional testing, we have to check performance of the system.
Okay. Have you heard about STLC, software testing lifecycle? What are different stages of STLC?
Yes, sir. First stage is testing requirement gathering. Second is test plan and test strategy. Third is test design. Then environment setup. Then test execution, defect tracking and analysis, final reporting, and last is test closure.
Okay. So what are different testing environments you know?
Testing environment, for example, RG, regression, UAT, user acceptance testing, production, pre-production, QA.
Okay. These are different environments you know. Okay. So Bhagyashri, what is the severity and priority of a defect?
Defect severity is a degree of impact of defect on software. And defect priority is order in which developer should resolve defect.
Okay. So you have done your Selenium, right?
Yes.
Selenium using Java. So what is Java? What you know about Java?
Java is developed by James Gosling at Sun Microsystem in 1995. Java is object-oriented programming language. It is platform independent.
What is platform independent? What is the meaning of that? And why Java is platform independent?
Java is platform independent because it compiled to a bytecode. That is, we run Java program in any system. That means we write Java code in one platform, then we this code run in another platform.
Okay, so that means you can run Java program on any hardware and software platforms. Okay. Okay, so what is JDK?
JDK is a Java development kit. It is used to develop Java programs, applications.
Okay, so what tell me something more about JDK. What is inside JDK? Have you heard about JVM?
Yes.
What is JVM?
JVM is a Java virtual machine. It is a part of JDK and JRE. JVM, it is executed by main method.
Okay. So, Bhagyashri, what are classes and objects in Java?
Class is a template or blueprint from which class is a template or blueprint from which object can be created or manipulated. It is a combination of data member and member function. We can create class using class keyword, and object is instance or example of class.
Okay.
Object have state, behavior, and identity.
Okay. And what is package?
Package is a collection of classes.
Collection of classes. Can you give me some examples of packages you know?
Java.io.
Java.io. What is the use of that?
It is used in file handling.
File handling. Okay. So, what is constructor and what are the types of constructor and why we have to use constructor?
Constructor is a special method which is used to initialize private data of class. Its name is same as its class. It is always public. It does not have any return type. Constructor types are default constructor, parameterized constructor, and copy constructor.
What is parameterized constructor?
Parameterized constructor, the constructor with at least one parameter is
Which is
known
called as parameter. Have you heard about this keyword?
Yes, sir.
What is this keyword in Java?
This keyword is a current instance. When the instance variable name and constructor parameter name are same, it is creating ambiguity. In such case, we use this keyword.
Have you heard about final keyword? What is final keyword in Java?
Final keyword is to create constant. It is execute when we call it.
So it is used to create a constant. Then next use of final keyword?
It is used in classes variable.
To create a final class.
Yes.
And next?
It is also used in variables method.
So then what is finally?
Finally is a block.
Okay. Where we have to use finally?
In exception handling.
Okay. What is exception then?
Exceptions are runtime errors. There are two types of exceptions, check and uncheck exceptions.
What is unchecked? What are unchecked exceptions?
These are runtime exceptions.
Okay. So, give me some common examples of exceptions. So, some common examples, common exceptions you know.
The number is divided by 0.
So, number divided by 0 is one example. Next. Next example of common example. Array index.
Array index.
Out of bound exception.
Yes.
Null pointer exceptions. So there are many examples. So how you handle exceptions in Java?
Using try, catch, finally block.
Using try, catch and finally block. Okay. So Bhagyashri, what is encapsulation?
Encapsulation, it is a binding of data member and member function together in a class.
Okay.
It is known as encapsulation. In encapsulation, we keep data member as private and member function as public.
Okay. And what is abstraction?
Abstraction, it is a process hiding irrelevant details. Abstraction is a showing relevant details and hiding irrelevant details from the user.
Okay. How to implement abstraction in Java?
Using interface and abstract class.
What is interface?
Interface, it's a contract that class must implement.
Okay.
Implement keyword is used for interface.
Okay. Interface is a contract that class must implement.
It's having abstract method and constant.
Okay. So it is having abstract method. So what is abstract method?
Abstract method is method without body.
Okay. So we must implement interface in a class.
Yes.
Okay. So which keyword you are using?
Implement.
Implements. Okay. So can a class have more than one interfaces?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can implement more than one interfaces in a class.
Yes.
Okay. So what is abstract class then? Can we create objects of
No,
abstract
sir.
class?
We cannot create object.
Then what is abstract class?
It is abstract method and non-abstract method. It
Abstract
must be
class is having abstract methods and
non-abstract.
concrete methods.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the extends keywords in Java?
It is used in inheritance.
Okay, inheritance. What is inheritance and what are the benefits?
Inheritance is creating new classes using existing class. Types are single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical. Benefits are code reduce and code reuse.
Okay. Can we implement multiple interface in Java?
Multiple interface? Yes, sir.
And multiple inheritance?
No, sir.
What is multiple inheritance? Why it is not supported?
Multiple inheritance is not supported in Java because when there is same method in all parent class and we call this method from child class, it is creating ambiguity.
Okay.
So we not use.
Have you heard about collection framework?
Yes, sir.
What is collection framework and what are different interfaces and classes of collection framework?
Collection is a group of objects. It is used to store data, to delete data, to update data.
Group of objects?
Yes.
Okay. So what are different important interfaces of collection framework?
List, set, queue, iterable. These are
collection
framework.
Okay.
Collections.
So what is the difference between array and array list?
Array is static and array list is dynamic. In array we cannot add element and in array list we can add elements. Array is a collection. Array list is a collections.
So array list is a dynamic array representation.
Yes.
Can we add duplicate array? Can we add duplicate array data in array list? Elements, duplicate elements can we add?
No, sir. No.
We cannot add.
No. Yes. Yes, sir.
We can add.
We can add.
And what is set?
Set is a collection. In set we cannot contain duplicate element.
We cannot add duplicate elements. Okay. So array list maintains insertion order. Is it true or false?
Array list. Insertion. Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are different common methods of collection interface?
Add, remove, get, index of.
Okay. Okay. So what is map? Have you heard about map?
Yes, sir. Map, it is a collection. It is used to store data in key and value pair.
To store data in key and value pair, we can use map. Okay. So now we will shift to Selenium. Okay.
Yes.
So you have done your Selenium with Java.
Yes, sir.
So what is Selenium? First of all, tell me what is automation testing and why you have used Selenium.
Automation testing, it is done by tool. For example, Selenium tool. Selenium, it is a functional automation testing tool.
Okay.
It is a free tool. It is used to test web applications only.
Okay.
Selenium tool will automatically perform the testing with the help of developed code.
Okay.
It is developed by Jason Huggins in 2004. We can perform Selenium in regression. We can perform testing in Selenium. For example, regression testing, functional testing, GUI testing.
What is regression testing?
Regression testing, it is a system testing. Whenever there is new enhancement or code changes or configuration changes, we have to perform regression testing.
Okay.
In regression testing, we have to make sure that due to new enhancement or code changes has not introduced any new defect.
Okay.
In such cases, we prepare a regression test case suite.
Okay.
And execute this suite for any software changes.
Okay. So Selenium WebDriver, right?
Yes, it is a component.
Yes, it is a component of Selenium. So tell me some methods of the Selenium WebDriver API.
Get method, find elements, clear, send keys.
What is the use of send key method?
We use to add data.
Okay, to send data into any text box or any control. Okay. So, what is the difference between find element and find elements?
Find elements is it will locate one element at a time. Return type is web element, and find elements it will locate more than one element on our web page, and find elements return type is list.
Okay. So, Bhagyashri, what are different locators? First of all, tell me what is locator and what are different types of locators in Selenium?
Locators are used to locate HTML elements on web page. Different types of locators are ID locator, class locator, name locator, link locator, XPath locator, CSS locator, partial
Okay.
link locator,
So, what are different powerful locators you know?
absolute XPath locator and relative XPath
So,
locator.
XPath and CSS.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath?
In absolute XPath locator, it will locate HTML elements from root element. It starts with single slash. It in absolute XPath locator, expressions are longer. If position of HTML element changes, then we have to write code again. And
Okay.
in relative XPath locator, it will locate HTML elements from directly, and it starts with double slash.
Okay.
In relative XPath locator, expression are shorter. If position of HTML element changes, then we no need to write code again.
Okay. So, what are different functions of XPath that you know?
Text,
Text function. What is the use of text function? To read the text of any element.
Yes.
Okay. Next.
contains, last,
Okay.
starts with, and
Okay.
position.
Start with and
Position.
position. So, what is CSS locators and what are the types of CSS locators?
CSS is the type of locator, and their types are absolute CSS locator and relative CSS locator.
Okay. Have you heard about TestNG? What is TestNG framework?
Yes, sir. TestNG framework. It is a testing framework inspired from JUnit and NUnit.
Okay.
We can generate report using TestNG framework.
So, what is the drawback of Selenium WebDriver?
It does not require main method.
Selenium WebDriver. I am talking about the drawback of Selenium WebDriver.
It not generate class
It does not generate reports.
reports. Sorry,
Okay.
reports.
So now tell me something about TestNG.
It supports annotations. Main method is not used in TestNG framework.
Okay.
It is used by developer as well as tester.
Okay. So TestNG generate reports and it is having different annotations. Okay. So what are different annotations of TestNG that you know?
@test, @before method, @after method, @before class,
Okay.
@after class, @before suit, @after suit,
Okay.
@after test, and before test.
Suppose if I want to open any web application, so what code you will write? How you will write that code and in which annotation you will open the browser?
Before method.
Okay. And what code you will write?
We write firstly we write static WebDriver null.
Okay.
Then driver equals to new WebDriver
Okay.
Firefox.
Okay. Next.
Then driver.get. Then we open the website.
Okay.
Then we maximize this website driver.manage.window. Then we write test cases. Then we
Which annotation you use to write test case?
@test.
@test. Okay.
Then we close
Okay. So how you give priority to test cases in Selenium TestNG?
priority
Yes.
equals to 1, 0. Starts from 0. It will
Zero.
be, yes.
So suppose if I will write priority -1 then, -2 then. Okay, think about that.
Yes.
Now suppose I don't want to execute any test case in Selenium TestNG, then how to do that?
We write this test enable equals to false.
Enable equals to false. Okay. So tell me how to handle drop down list using Selenium.
Selenium WebDriver provides select class to handle drop down list.
Okay.
Select class is used for selecting and deselecting options in drop down list. There are different methods
Okay.
for drop down. First is select by index, second is select by visible text, and third is select by value.
Okay. Suppose I want to handle any alert, then how to do that?
We use alert interface. Alert is a pop-up box and notification box. There are different
So I have to
methods.
click on OK.
Yes.
I want to click on cancel. Then how to do that?
We use different methods. First is dismiss. Its method is used for click on cancel button of the alert, and accept is method is used to click on OK button of the alert.
Okay. So have you heard about Maven? What is Maven?
Yes, sir. Maven is a built automation tool whose purpose is to automatically download required jar files, whose version is provided in pom.xml.
Okay. So have you used Maven in your project, and what dependencies you added in pom.xml? What are different dependencies?
Dependencies. Selenium.
Okay. Next.
Selenium. Then
Okay. Suppose I want to take a screenshot. During execution, I want to take a screenshot. So how to do that?
we use text screenshot interface. This will indicate driver. It can capture the screenshot and it's stored in different ways.
Okay. So have you done any data-driven testing? Have you read any file like Excel file using Selenium?
Yes, sir.
So what are different classes and interfaces?
Extend report class.
No. Suppose I want to read any Excel file in Selenium. So how to do that? How to perform that operation? Have you heard about POI API?
Yes, sir.
What are different interfaces and classes? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, Bhageshri, now coming to Postman. Okay. What is API?
API is a application programming interface. It is an interface between two applications to provide and interact related data. It is a
So REST API, right?
representational state transfer. It is.
So what is the difference between web service and web API? REST API. So web service is a class having
Yes.
web methods, right?
Yes.
And it gives data in the form of XML. And REST API? It
REST.
can use XML, it can use JSON, right?
Yes.
Image, okay. So, what is the use of Postman then?
Postman is a API testing tool. It is used to develop, store, share, and documents API.
Okay. So, what are variables of Postman?
Variables. It is used to store data in key and value pair.
Okay.
Postman variables are holds data. They are nothing but placeholders.
Okay.
These are Postman variables.
Okay. So, what is collection?
Collection is a group of objects.
I'm talking about Postman collection. Okay. What is environment in Postman?
Postman environment is a set of key and value pair. There are different environment. Postman environment. First is UAT, then regression, RG.
So we can create different environments,
Yes.
right? And we can execute one API on different environments.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are different requests you can send from Postman?
Get request,
Hmm?
put,
Hmm?
post, and delete.
What is put request?
We have to add data,
Add or update?
update.
Okay. So what are different status codes that API can send to Postman?
First is 200,
Okay. What is the meaning of that?
a successful request.
Okay.
Then 201,
Hmm.
then 404,
Okay. What is 404?
page not found.
Okay. So Bhagyashree, have you heard about Agile?
Yes, sir.
What is Agile?
Agile is a type of SDLC model.
Hmm?
It is a rapid or fast model. It is a software development framework. It is conceptual framework. It is time box fixed approach model.
Okay.
Frameworks are Agile Scrum, Agile Kanban, and XP. These are Agile frameworks.
These are the implementations of Agile.
Yes.
So tell me something about Agile Scrum. What are different roles in Agile Scrum?
Agile Scrum is the framework of Agile.
Hmm?
There are different roles.
Hmm?
First is a product owner,
Hmm?
Scrum Master,
Okay.
development work, development team.
Okay. So development team means
Development.
developers and testers.
Yes.
They work in development team. Okay. So what is sprint?
Sprint is each iteration of Scrum. It known as sprint.
Okay.
Sprint consists of sprint planning,
Hmm?
daily Scrum,
Okay.
development work, sprint review,
Hmm?
sprint retrospective.
What is sprint retrospective?
Sprint retrospective is a type of meeting.
Okay.
We plan way to improve in upcoming sprint.
So, okay. So now, Bhagyashree, what is the difference between this Agile and your normal waterfall model? Agile is fast,
Yes.
required
Agile
less
is-
documents,
Yes.
right? So everyone should be ready for changes, should be flexible for changes as compared to waterfall model, right? Okay, Bhagyashree, thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.